I have an idea for the great stuff, folks, out there for the pro cans. Give us a little plastic base or something. Just a little snap-on plastic base, that'd be nice. Okay, so I worked out here last night. I didn't film any of it. I just plain got some cheap old Quickcrete and put in here. So we're going to pull this form out of here. It rained overnight, obviously. So I'm going to pull this stuff out. What I can get out, some of it I'm just going to leave in there. Let it stay. So let's pull this out, see what it looks like, and we're going to glue that up here. Am I going to leave this stuff here? I guess I might as well. It's not doing any harm. Save these stakes. They come in handy for other things. I did step on one of my terracotta things and break it. Dadgummit. Alright, let's get this stuff out of here and see what it looks like. Like I say, if they don't want to come out, okay with me. Now the other thing is, see that big pile of rocks on my little snow bear trailer? I'm going to do that on the back side of the pond. Let's go look at that. I kind of went by the rock place the other day, and everybody there was stoned. Great little place. So I'm going to pull all of this I can get out of here. Try not to disturb the upper line. Cut out this lining that I don't really want to do. I don't really want to do that, but I guess I will. And get that stone up against this wall. So we'll do it that way. Okay, so we'll put these over here. This is going to be grass cutting time here pretty soon. It's rained plenty enough for that. That's working out pretty good. This, hey fellas, where's Whitie? And I think Whitie is a female and pregnant. She's about to spawn. Reminds me of a friend of mine. They spawn. Okay, so that's not popped up, so that's good. I see the little green light down in there still, so that's good. It's hot. So that means I guess it's working. Works okay. Alright, let's keep working and we'll pull that form off. Alright, let's be about the end of this and we'll see what it looks like. I think I decided to leave that foam there. Paint it or something. Come on. That one's on there with a vengeance, isn't it? Okay. Well, it's always the last ones, isn't it? Well, okay. So, like I say, I don't think those are going to come out with ease, and they don't need to anyway. Okay, I'm going to leave that there as a little backstop. Okay, so I'm not too concerned about this thing here. Get it out of there anyway. I was going to use this on something else, but it might be just a little bit too far gone. That's screwed into the concrete. Alright, let me pull that off and we'll get a look at it. Well, now you can see the strata of what's going on here. Let's see. You could get your dead blow hammer. This stake out of here, but I don't need to do that. Every tool turns into a hammer, don't it? Okay, so now, quit stepping on them. We're going to set that thing in place and we're going to glue it in. And it's rained so much I won't be able to turn it on to show you much, but anyway, I have this here as a shim if I need it. So let's see where we fall by putting this up here. Let's not drop that into the pond. Okay. Put it over there, don't hit my level. Okay. And we're about to give it its final spot here. Okay, cool. And we may go ahead and glue down some pots. I did that the other day, but I took them out. You might remember that I've put some down. And I decided to just take them out. So I don't think I'm breaking too good here, but we'll sort that out when we get there. I actually don't care too much if it backs up to here, because I kind of want the animals to come up and have this little bit here. It should wash out every day anyhow, pretty much. Not too scared of it spawning any mosquitoes or anything. Well, there's my work down there. Okay, I've got it on there and shimmed, and it's nice and tight. And I'm going to run some water through it so I can see how it falls out of here. I may have to make some other diversionary tactics here, but that's pretty stable. Let me go turn the water on. We'll see how it does. Alright, I programmed my little fancy thing here to come on at 1022 for 1 minute. That's a whole lot better than taking all this stuff apart. Guess I just could have got a bucket of water and poured in it, but I kind of want to see it act naturally. They're going to put me in the movies. Alright. Gonna make a big star out of me. So did Buck Owens do that better, or Ringo Starr? I think they both did it just about fine. Okay, 10:20, we got 1 minute, so we're starting over here on the far side of the house. If you haven't seen it before, I got 100 feet of this kind of flexible hose. It's kind of okay. So we're just gonna wait for it to come on. Alright. Darn, I gotta go to town today. I don't want to go to town. Okay, so yeah, get a look at it from here. Alright. Don't need to put a valve in line on this because don't stand there. Yeah, because it'll we'll kind of get a feel for where it falls here too, I guess. Like I say, I didn't want it to fall too much. I kind of want it to be level and sort of dribble into the pond. So, okay, come on, gang. There it goes. Say, let's see what's happening here. Yeah, we're losing a little bit there. I think that can just be a little silicone. So let's see what's happening here. See, it's just making it to the edge down there. Okay, that's okay with me. I don't mind that in the least. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some, get some black silicone and sort of make a little bit of a line here and capture all. I don't want that water coming out here, so we'll have to do that. Maybe there. Maybe a little better. Yeah, I kind of like that better. Okay, let's go turn that off. Look at this one more time. See, it comes down here pretty good. It's getting all the way. It's getting all the way to here. So that's exactly what I wanted. Okay. Let me go turn that off so it won't come on tomorrow or something. I want everything to be completely cured. I'll be putting 100% silicone and stuff like that around there too, and I don't. It's better that sits 24 hours, although water doesn't seem to affect it very much. Well, I'll mess with Mother Nature. So, yeah, I got my cameras and looked at my drains working the other day, and they worked great. So I was happy about that. All that's working fine. So let's just turn this off. The relay doesn't know if it's got water going through it or not. Okay, let's put some great stuff down. God, for God's sakes, wear eye protection on that. You get that stuff in your eyes and it's probably going to be over. So I would imagine getting great stuff in your eyes would be almost as bad as rupturing the orbit itself. So I don't want to be doing rupturing your orbits. Okay, let's glue that down. Here's Whitey. Hey, buddy. Okay, I've got it all glued in. I'm going to do more than that. When I start doing my rock work, I'll I'll glue rocks to the sides. But right now that ought to hold it down from the wind, I hope. We will soon see. So I've got a little bit of mortar mixed up. This is the last of it. That Saccharine concrete mix, fair to middling, I guess. But okay, so let's get troweling. I got all my pots up here, and we'll go ahead and get to work. Okay, so we're getting there. I thought you'd want to see me put a couple of these down. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's going to carry it out there fine. If not, I'll come up with something else, but I think that's going to be okay. So let's try to use some of them up right there. See if I can get to that rock. Then I can get some clear silicone and make a little diversion at the rock if I have to, instead of carrying the pots all the way out to there. But there you go. Okay, I got one busted one. I got one left over. And this is what it looks like. It's not tripling anything at this point. So I got some mortar left, so I'm going to mortar this side, and I'm going to grate stuff the other side, but I got it right to where I want it. I decided to lay these flat right here, and I'm going to go get some silicone here after a while, after everything sets, and I'm going to put silicone underneath each one of these so it don't leak out. I want it to almost every drop I can possibly get to what happened over here. Yeah, we're going to have to do something here. Okay, let's get that out of there so it'll be dry. I'll come out here later with the silicone. Don't have to worry about terracotta getting dry, because I noticed that even if you touch it with the mortar, it dries it almost instantly. It just sucks the moisture right in. I think that's why they say soak your pots before you do planting, so your plants won't always dry out and die. So I think I'm going to put the great stuff over here first, and then we'll do this. Then we can put the mortar away. Boy, I'm ready for that. Okay, so this is all there is to this. And I found you can lock it up in there a little bit too, and that'll help just keep everything together. And like, this is the unseen side, so it doesn't matter. So just lock them up in there. Them together, and then I'm going to go in and have some coffee. Might give this a second run, and then I'll put that mortar in. Okay, that's going to be great. Okay, I'm just scooping it in and just touching it up and giving a little cream on the top and give it a little bit more support. It actually goes pretty quickly. Give it a cradle, I guess would be more. A happy little cradle. Okay. And I'll take what's left over and fill in these voids here, because I'm going to have some left over. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's it for now. I'll go get the silicone in a couple hours, let this stuff set up. So I put a little bit more glue here. Like I say, it's going to be covered up with stone anyway, so let's go over here. And let's, yeah, I backed it up with some great stuff over here. And that stuff turns, see that yellow? It turns kind of a, you know, nice amber color. So I'll tell you a secret. I have this outlet here. This is a good quality outlet. And I got tired of buying these outside boxes, so I just filled it with great stuff. I just stuck it in the hole and filled it up. Turned it upside down, marked it for duty. It'll be fine. So that's running the pump and the lamp, the UV lamp there. So okay, that's pretty cool. All right. I can buy no more concrete for a while. I'm going to do a little bit of this to kind of see. The trick here is going to be glue the first row and then build on that, so you'll have a nice strong base. So it'll be the great stuff, and I'll show you in a sec, but yeah, maybe get a maul out here and do some busting up of some rocks. When I pull them off the band here, I just need to go get my snips, don't I? Well, we can pull them out of there for a while and then do that so it won't go everywhere. So Not bad. I got a deal on these. Getting dirt all over my camera. Alright, let's not do that. Okay, I got all that peeled back. So that's a good base to glue to. So let's put some of them rocks there. This is going to be our point of departure. And I'm going to kind of build a little stone corner here to just keep people from, you know, keep Amy from driving up into the pond. Whoever Amy is. Alright, we got to start. And so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rocks. And that looks a lot better. It'll be a lot easier to cut through here. Now I got all this extra stuff, but I'll do something with it. That back wall over there could use a little bit of bucking up, so we'll just put that stuff back here. The overages. So it'll be nice. 2, 3, 4. So I did about what? 1/25 of it. It's gonna have to just sit there and with the little bits and pieces, just get your I'm gonna go get my tarp and sit here and try to fit those things in. Maybe just get some gray paint and paint up where the rocks are coming out. See the net there where I made those little nets that are hanging over the little rocks? Those look pretty good. I'm real happy with that look. So, but it holds so much water now, you don't hardly see it. But it's turning out to be a happy day. Let's go inside and cool off. I have no idea what time it is. Guess I've been out here about an hour and a half. Oh, let's find out. It is try again time. 11:15. Okay. All right. Well, let's look at it from here. I think after I do the silicone, I'll give it a couple hours, maybe like I said overnight, and then we'll run some water through it, see how it does. Don't worry about that white stuff, because see how, like I say, it turns into this stuff that almost matches the rocks. So the UV turns it that real nice amber color. So that's exactly what I had in mind. Well, before we go much further, let's take a look at it from in here. And no hummingbirds today. I think they're gone. So let's just zoom in. It looks like I got a nice amount of fall on the pots. I've got some spray paint. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to kind of touch up everything so it won't look so terrible and get some of that junk from behind there. Try to make it look a little better before I get going. I've got some cement board out there. I was thinking about putting that up and maybe getting some net and doing something, screen, something, stucco, I don't know, something. It's gonna look about as natural as it can look, but it don't look too natural. But this is the only reason for this is to trickle some water into the pond a couple of times a day to keep it up, not to put a bunch of stress on the well pump and so forth like that. That's the only reason that's out there, is to help doing that. And not see that hose laying across there. Won't have a hose laying across there anymore. And so that looks pretty good. I'm kind of okay with that. We'll look at it here in a little bit. I'm going to be able to put the black silicone out there in about 30 minutes. I've got my crusty Krylon Fusion satin brick, and I've got some, not much of it, dark flat gray. I just opened my tube. Let's get it up there and wipe this off. Hang on a second. Always get them things clean, just because it ends up being all mucky, they're little puncture things. But I was going to talk a little bit about this gun I've been using for a while. Who made this thing? I don't know who it was. I think it's Project Source. I don't remember what it is. But the little guillotine for the nozzle's just great. And you can't make it too big. You get the hole just about right. And the little pokey thing's fine. So I'm actually rather impressed by this thing. So let's go out there and do the work. It's that time right there. Okay, this stuff is all foamed up, nice and foamed. Oh, I wanted to move this stuff over, so kind of make it look nice from the house. Put it on the back side of that stuff there. Okay, so there's some cement board over there, and I'll be able to close this in. I don't want any creatures living in there, so so I got this, just the gray, flat, dark gray. Okay, well here we go. Just sort of lessen, it's almost the same color. Don't clog up on me now. I'm gonna just kind of camouflage here a little bit. Okay. Like primer, you don't want to just cover it with paint. You just kind of want to break up the straight lines, like a dazzle, as they call it in military camouflage. Okay. Okay, so that takes, I'll use that up, but see, I want to be careful with this because I don't want to do the up here. That's nice and firm too, so see, it looks like the terracotta, so I kind of want that divergence line there. And this will dry a little bit darker. Okay, so now we got to start. Let's get the, I'm going to make my little lines here of kind of guidelines to get it into the terracotta. The moisture sort of wicked up out of the concrete, but that's okay. Okay, well, let's take a look at that. That's starting to look a little bit more uniform. And looking at it from the house, it's going to be fine. So I got my little gray line, terracotta pots, and my little red line. It's all uniform. Ooh, it stinks from here. So let's get some silicone in between the cracks here. And one of the other things is important. I won't run this in the winter, of course, but if there's moisture down in there, you don't want it too much of it because it'll frost heave, so you don't want that. This thing also doesn't leak out when you let off the trigger. It's just so nice. So I got my little smiley face going there. That'll be good enough. I'll let that cure a little bit, but this is so easy, it's scary. It's I hate when things are real easy because it makes me afraid. But anyway, it's just caulking. So there you go. All right, keep going. Okay, we're almost done. It's been about 5 minutes, less than that. So it's been great stuff glued. It's been mortared. It's been siliconed and everything else. These are the ones that I put kind of flat here. So we're going to have to drive that down in there. Okay, make a little wall there. I got plenty of it. It's going to take less than one tube for sure. Okay, in order not to make a mess, let's just let's use both hands. But there we go. See, you won't even notice that from the house. All right, we'll do our flyover here. We'll let it sit for a long time. So I got my little drain helpers there. I went all the way up the line. I don't think we're going to have enough water here to cause much more damage. I kind of double did that right there. I just don't want any leaks here. So let's see what else we got. So it looks like that from here, and of course Buddy Holly dropped by. So too bad. I got too many materials left. I end up doing things like that. Okay, so that's what it looks like from out here. We'll see what it looks like from inside. So, alright, that looks fine. Hardly even notice that black silicone at the mouth of the delta, I guess, whatever you call it. So I got a better drop on that than I ever hoped. So we'll let that cure for a good long time, and then we'll run water through it. Okay, my hands are full of stuff, paint cans and silicone and stuff like that. So I'll just look at it from inside. And we'll run water. We've got a couple more takes and we'll call it quits. So compared to before, it looks a lot more natural. So happy with that. Like I say, you wouldn't even see that black stuff from here. I like the terracotta with the little gray line under it, the pots, and I like the red, and I like that I was able to kind of match all that gray in there. Okay, so I'm gonna run water through her. I'm gonna give it a lot of hours to cure. That's the only thing I can. I don't want to mess this up now. I've been planning this, I think, for 3 months or something. So let's make sure it's gonna work the way it should. I'm gonna say it again for you newbies out there. I use a wire nut and I pack it with silicone, and just Vaseline, and just use Vaseline. If it works in the automotive silicone, it'll work for caulk too. So that's the way I do it, and it'll stay good for a very long time. Much better than just trying to stick a nail in it or something. That don't ever work. So just have to clean it out and reuse it. And I used about to right here, so that was just perfect. So yes, Vaseline. Well, it's the next day. About 28 hours later. Clouds look the same. Getting ready to put this hose away for the last flipping time. Clean this up. This ought to come on in 1 minute. And let's see. Here he comes. Here comes my buddy. See how big he is, or she is? I don't know. Alright, I hope she has some kittens or whatever. Fishlets or something. So we're going to wait here. All of this is all completely firmed up. Okay. So, hey bud. Yeah, that's really good there. And so, alright, should be, there it comes. No, that was me stepping on the, faked myself out there. Yeah, that's on there good and firm. So, any second now. And this will be the first time. See how dry it is? So this will be the first time ever. It's only going to run for a couple minutes because it's been raining. Well, coming up. No. Alrighty. Okay, here we go. And that's all I wanted to see right there. Alright. Well, that does it. Just ran it for that little short time. It's leaking off that side there. But it's leaking into the pond, so we'll take that as a win. Alright, well that's going to be it then for this. We'll do some dressing up later. And we'll see how it goes. Alright, let's put the car away and so forth. And they're about an hour away from their victuals. And I'm sure they'll give me a thumbs up then. So why don't you give me a thumbs up now? So, and we'll talk later. That was just great. Okay. Glad I got that on film. Oh, had a hummingbird. It's like the 26th of September. Haven't seen one in days and saw one about 15 minutes ago. So I hadn't changed the nectar in about 2 or 3 days, so I just put a fresh bottle out there. So they're still coming. That's pretty late for them, but they do come down from the Great White North there. Okay, what fun. Okay, I decided to turn it back on. A little bonus footage here. I kind of wanted to see what it looked like from sitting here. And you can see it's got a little trickle. And that's all I really want. Just want that little bit right there. Just enough to keep it up. Okay, just wanted to see what wanted you to see what it looked like from in here. And that's all that I ever wanted. Just a little drippy drab. Alright. Bye-bye for sure this time. Talk to you in a day or two. I don't know. Bye-bye. That's as close as I can get to it, other than going out there. But the point is to look at it from in here. Right when I turned the camera off, there's my little buddy getting some fresh nectar. All right. I'll show you the date and time and everything here in a second. I hope he's just going to take a little break and soak up some sauce there. So just to verify date and time. I better put that in the description so I can look it up later. You need to eat some gnats, pal. Gnats are terrible this time of year. Okay, so I don't want you to see what I'm looking at. It's political. I don't want to do that. Okay, so it's Friday, September 26th at 5:37 p.m. So, all right, cool. Well, that was just sheer luck. How nice was that? Wonder where he's staying in the woods out back, I imagine. I'm getting them back in the peanut groove again since summer's over. I don't know how far they came up. I just got here, got in and got settled and looked around, and then there they are. So I put them on the rim of the pond. I think they're all gone. The peanuts. Ambiguous reference. So we'll do it again, but they snuck up on me. So these are country crows. They won't bring you a trinket. They don't like you. They're not going to start liking you. So that's the way that goes. I think they're kind of missing all that wetland back there from where the pond leaked, because they got a lot of little animals. So we'll do them again later. I'll get them. I got 5 pounds of peanuts, so I'm ready to go. Yeah, I think they're all through here. Dadgummit, missed them. I just, like 5 minutes ago, put peanuts out there. Let's see if they'll walk down the line time after time. I don't think they've discovered them yet, so. They dropped one in the pond. That was kind of funny on the batch from this morning. They usually come here to get a drink, so they're bound to see them. They're looking up there. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on there? Yep, he got one. Well, the other ones will see that he got one. See something there? There's probably 10 or 12 of them up there. Somebody's flying in. All right. He's got one. Don't drop it. Oh, he sees another one. All right. Good, good, good. He got one. Ah, walking the line. He's figured something out. I got him going about 3/4 of the way here. They're not scared of anybody dropping. There you go. You can see where his beak's a little bit open, so. I put him in the cracks because I was afraid they'd blow into the pond. It's a little windy out there. It's not terrible, but. Yep. He nailed one. Further inspection. I'm expecting no packages, so I don't think FedEx is coming here. Yep. Way to go, pal. All right. So they can have their peanut and get a drink of water. Okay, that was fun.